While I'm here at Slush, let me introduce you to Andreas, the CEO of Slush. Andreas, I'm so excited to meet you. So, tell me the first thing. What is the magic? What is the secret behind this?
Intention. I think that's, if you want to put it into one word, that's the thing. And how it comes through is how the core team works and how we produce all the things we do, how we choose the stage program, how we come up with the different concepts that we do within the event, which we, by the way, rethink at the beginning of each year. Most importantly, the volunteers. I think it's completely humbling and mind-blowing how much positive feedback we receive every single year from how well the volunteers are taking care of the smallest problems or the biggest problems that they encounter. So I think that's something that just somehow happens, that it's this positive peer pressure that happens among them. You see someone around you, another volunteer, fixing a problem and really kind of taking it to them and being like, all right, I'm gonna fix you. Fix you. That's bad. Sorry. I'm gonna I'm gonna fix this for you, right? And then they want to do the same. And it just spreads and spreads and spreads, and then somehow you get this thing.
How do you define exactly what is the biggest pain point? Are there like key points that you're like, I must every single year touch on those things and make sure that I excel on those?
Sure, I think it's a relatively easily defined set of problems that we can help with, but we determine kind of the area of focus by just talking with the entrepreneurs around us. We always start the year by talking with hundreds of founders to figure out kind of what's the most topical problem that they're kind of battling with at the moment. So what we started doing was just doing outreach, bringing the investors, like almost by holding their hand and dragging them all the way here to look at the companies, because there's insanely cool technology and really, really good entrepreneurs coming out of here. I mean, if they're not shouting out about themselves, no one will ever know. And we're also trying to kind of bridge that gap a little bit with the Slush Academy, the program that we just launched yesterday, which is planning to combine academic studies with practical work in venture capital and top startups, plus mentorship from experienced entrepreneurs. But it's going to be an open application for anyone in the world, around the world. But we're also working together. Yes, yeah, I really do recommend doing that. Thanks, by the way.
I want to touch on something that is very important for the people who are watching us. You say in your bio that you're passionate about everything. And it looks like, you put your heart and your soul and intention into many things. You studied engineering and management, right? So for people who are graduating now and they're totally lost in the world of possibilities and they have multiple interests, what do you say to them? It's like, how can you be successful without being a specialist and just doing one thing forever?
I think it's very, very clear. Follow your curiosity. That's it. Ask a lot of questions. Like, asking questions is the best way to get to know people and the best way to get somewhere. Of course, it also takes courage to do that, and it also takes courage to then jump on the opportunity that's presented to you. I think that is obvious. I realized at some point that what's gotten me this far is definitely curiosity. And then once I realized that, I started asking most of the entrepreneurs and investors and artists and athletes and whoever, people who are like on top of their fields. It's clear that it's the driver for many people who achieve great things.
What do you do every day to keep yourself highly motivated, taking action? Today I'm gonna make a bigger impact in the world, in the things and multiple things I'm doing, and championing people around that.
I don't need to do anything to have that feeling, really. I do things to be able to perform kind of consistently. I try to sleep, try to get 7 to 8 hours per night. 8 or 9 would be fantastic. I exercise, I spend time with my girlfriend, my friends, my family. Audiobooks is my go-to thing for having gone through, I don't know, I'm probably close to 50 books this year, despite everything. There's just so much to be learned, which is insane.
Your curiosity is taking you everywhere.
Yes, absolutely, but I get so much out of that. But to stay motivated, I just have to look around and see the people around me. I mean, it's really, really easy.
What is the one thing that sometimes you see curious people who have brilliant ideas and they somehow don't go into starting a company or creating a product, or what is the missing point that it takes them away from making something happen?
Sure. I think to begin with, I mean, it's not for everybody. Not everybody needs to do that.
Yeah.
But if you want to do that, taking the first step and taking the leap, that won't be about luck. You just have to take it. And then it's about courage at that point, for sure. And also, I mean, courage always goes hand in hand with being vulnerable and putting yourself out there and telling people what you're doing, like accepting the chance of failure. After that, I'm sure that if you really, really want to make it big, you also need some luck on the way. And you need people around you. I was one of the stubborn, stupid people who always tried to get everything done by myself in school, until I realized that I'll just get much faster, much farther ahead if I just ask for help. People like being asked of help, by the way. It's really weird. I'm embarrassed by how long it took me to realize that. And well, I mean, you notice, like, when someone comes to you and asks you for advice, it feels good. It really feels good, right? It's just a win-win thing to ask for advice. And sometimes the person you're asking doesn't have the time for it or the interest for it, and that's fine. Just ask the next person.
So just wrap it up. Is there a question that you would like to ask this crowd there who might be watching us? Is there a question you want to ask them?
I'm gonna say the obvious one.
Yeah.
Who would you want to see on stage at Slush? I think that's a good one. So, and that's, by the way, also, I mean, I'm making you work for me by sending good suggestions to have as speakers. Different people see different potential people to be highlighted on stage, and kind of whose stories should be shared.
I'm so thankful for you saying yes to my request to interview you. It's it's a pleasure.
It's been a real pleasure, and I mean, it's I like conversations that have energy, and I think this one did.
I hope you also enjoyed the vibe that was going on here and all the pieces of wisdom that Andreas shared with you. Don't forget your curiosity, ask questions, pay attention to the things that are going on in the world of entrepreneurship, because there's so much more to be done. Slush Academy is one of them. Do check it out. I recommend that. Write down in the comments the people who you want to see on stage. Chances are he's going to listen to that and he's going to say yes. So what you don't ask, you don't get. Click subscribe and hit the bell so you know whenever I publish a new video.